actually start. You gotta give it a second to start. All right, so hey there, it's Angeline here. Today we're harvesting our lunch. So I'm hungry. I'm sure you guys are hungry. And let's get lunch. Today's a nice sunny day outside. People are outside doing the lawn. Everything is getting nice. So we are going to be harvesting our lunch and making our lunch live. All right, so let me get you guys situated and we're going to pick what we want to eat today. So let me put you in here. All right, let's get started. All right, so today we are going to do some harvesting. We're going to make some salmon. Let's move this line a little. We're going to make some salmon, and we're going to make some puree for the salmon, some vegetable puree. As you see, our garden is full. Let's get some jalapenos for some flavor. I'll get some cut off here. So we got jalapenos growing huge. We have our mustard greens. I love the flavor of mustard greens just to give a nice seasoning to the meat. So we're gonna cut this one here, cut a few leaves here of our mustard greens. We got one off there. Let's get another big one out. So you just trim from the outside. Whoops, rip the leaves a little. So I got my mustard greens here. I'm gonna cut up some more jalapenos because we have quite a few of them growing here. Some spinach. Well, the basil is growing pretty tall too, so let me just give it a snip for later. We're not eating the basil for lunch, but we'll cut some off. Let's get some spinach. Definitely eating spinach. Love some spinach. We are gonna get some more spinach up here. So we got some spinach, and this is so far what we got in our basket here. We got spinach and some jalapenos and a mustard green leaf. I'm gonna also get a little more spinach. There's several spinach plants. We're gonna get some more spinach cut here, and then we're gonna get some lettuce. So let's get some fresh lettuce here for a salad. Let's get some there. I'm also gonna get some from our other plant here, other one. So here we go. We're getting our lunch ready. So we're picking up some pieces for our lunch. We're having salmon as our meat. So salmon goes very, very well with thyme. So we're gonna harvest the thyme for lunch. Woo, it's in here. Oh, we just pulled out. The thyme is fighting our pink celery. So as you can see, our pink celery is growing very well here. This one was definitely harvest time. So this is a lot of time. We're not gonna use all this time, but it is really good for fish. When you're making things with fish, thyme is excellent. Let's get some of our Swiss chard. This is good for our health, good for heart health, some fiber. So we got some 2 big leaves. Usually people cook them. I like to just chop them up into salads, like a chopped salad. Let's get some more lettuce. As you saw, I got the lettuce out, so let's get a lot more lettuce. I just take a piece like this, and they kind of work around. This one has been here. As you can see, I've been harvesting all that, so it's been growing. Let's get this. This is the spinach growing here. These lettuces are just coming in. This is another jalapeno. Let's cut the jalapeno. We're getting our lunch together here. And then we have, again, these basils are growing tall, so we're just gonna harvest it so that it doesn't take up too much space. And we're gonna harvest some kale. Let's get some kale from the bottom here. So you guys able to see the kale? All right, so we're gonna get some kale to chop up with our food. So get some pieces of kale for some good fiber. we are gonna also make a puree. So let's get a little bit of parsley. Some things are very strong. So the parsley is very strong. So I'm only getting a little bit in flavor, but we're making a puree. So the kale, since it's nice and thick, is very good for that, for our puree. And we're gonna get lots of greens and spinach, and then we have some lettuce for our salad. So this is our salad here, and some more mustard greens. I like mustard greens. These are green mustard greens that we're harvesting here. And then we have our, so just bear with the sound for a little while because it's not going to be loud for long. And we have some more salad ingredients here. So this is for our salad. And just for some color, we're going to add a pepper. Hello, team member, Team Eileen. So let's get our pepper here. And I think I have everything. Of course, every single time I say I have everything, I come back and I'm like, oh, there's more things for the salad. So this is our harvest. Here, we're gonna go look at what we got in the kitchen. So here is our harvest of all of our stuff here. All right, let's head out to the kitchen. This is our salmon. What we're making today. So let's see if we can get a picture real quick of our harvest. And there we go. Oops. How do we get a photo? All right, well, I will take a photo with, that's not the photo button. I will take a photo with my tablet. I have it here. This is what we're gonna use to make our salmon. We're gonna be making salmon, some forbidden black rice, and some shrimp. This is what's gonna be we're gonna be making today with our garden ingredients. These are our proteins. Oh, shrimp ran away. All right, so let me just take a picture. I'm sharing this today because I've lost about 60 pounds. So here's my before and after with my garden, since I've been gardening. So I'm gonna probably do a video on that. I kind of go over what I've been eating, how the garden has helped me, those type of items. But first, I just need to get a picture of what we harvested real quick. Here we go. What we're gonna be making for lunch. Now we are several folks here, so we're making several different things. So we're going to be pureeing some of our items. So we're going to have some for salad and some for flavor. So our salad, I'm going to put on the plate, and then our flavor seasoning, I'm going to put separately. So this is our salad greens, our Swiss chard. We're going to puree some of the kale though. We're going to keep one of the mustard because I like to have that little flavor. We are going to have one of our Swiss chard here. We're going to cook our Swiss chard, so we're going to have one that's raw and one cooked. All of our salad ingredients I'm going to be putting here. Pepper. Here is our jalapenos. The jalapenos, we have another chef who's going to be using jalapenos. Hot. Medium. Jalapenos are medium pepper. We're gonna put some of our spinach leaves. I like to eat spinach raw. Definitely we're gonna puree the flavor, so we're gonna put this in our puree bowl. Also get some of the flavor for our fish with our thyme. And we are going to be, this is more salad. This is more things to puree, more of our spinach, lettuce and salad puree. All right. So let's see what else we have here. I'm taking out all the lettuce to make sure, and we're pureeing the spinach. We're making our sauce and our mixture with the spinach. Putting our parsley in there. I'm gonna put some spinach in our salad, just for a little crunch. And I'm going to be cooking with the Swiss chard. So that's going to go with our fish here. Let's take more of our, this is kale. So our kale is going to be in our puree container. We're not really cooking it down. With our spinach, we're pureeing. Still want to add a lettuce in there. And I'm going to cook with some of the mustard greens. So these two are going to go into the stove. Oh, there's another vegetable that I forgot to get that I'm going to get some more of. It's our sorrel vegetable. I like this in the salad. Our sorrel vegetable, and our sorrel has a lemony lime flavor. And we're going to have that lemon lime flavor our meat, add our lemony flavor to it. So here we go. Let's add in some more time for our flavor, and we're leaving our time here to flavor our two meats there. Okay, so to puree this, before I go puree this, let me just go quickly and get our sorrel flavor, our lemon lime flavor. So let's get our cutters and let's go get that. I completely forgot about that. So we have our lemon and rosemary. So this is where I get lemon flavor into my food with this plant here. This is sorrel plant, not to be confused for the Caribbean sorrel. This is a different type of plant. And this one will give us enough lemony flavor. See, I didn't do any of our seasoning flavor seasoning. So we have lemon and we have garlic. This is our garlic flavor here. So let's get some garlic out. Let's cut this one. This is from our indoor garden. Our indoor garden has been growing a lot longer than our outdoor garden. Our outdoor garden is seasonal. There we go. So we got our veggies here. Our seasoning, our flavor for our food here. All right, so we're going to take this. This is the sorrel plant, and these are garlic chives. They have a very garlicky flavor. So they're going to add the flavor of garlic to a mixture. So this is our puree that we're going to use here. In the meantime, however, I'm going to start by getting our rice and our meats on. So let's put this back. And this is live cooking, so it's not the TV magic as usual. So we are gonna take us a while to put the heat on. We're gonna put this on high, just to get it as hot. I like a nice sear on the salmon. Let's move this out of the way. Let's wash off our salmon here. Here. Got a nice hair. We washed it off, but however, sometimes get a little extra scale. So we're gonna descale it. See if there's any extra on there. Sometimes there is. I just like to run the knife through to make sure nothing is there. So just a quick knife run over. So if a little knife run over, you can get a little extras. So just get them off. There's only a few, so it's not too bad. You know, the few that they miss. I like to taste the salmon skin. I like it to have a nice sear on it. So I make sure sometimes I cook it in the air fryer. When I make it in the air fryer, I do use a sweeter sauce. I like to use more honey sauces. But for today's food, we're just going to do a regular sauce. So just shake this clean. Just 1, 2 here. We're going to, again, just take off any extra excess scales. See, this one has a lot. Again, I like to have that nice sear on the salmon skin. For those of you who like to remove the salmon skin, it's also very easy to do. You can just pull and slice along the edge of the knife. Let me just get off the last, any little extra scales that may have been there. The season coming off, so. Good thing I did a little extra scaling. All right, fresh fish. All right, so we got our salmon scaled. We got our pan heating up here. We get it on the stove. We have another one here that you also notice. Oh, this is our pan's heating up here. They're getting hot. Let's get our light on so we can see very well. And let me just get something really quick for our rice. Got to take out a little pot for the rice. So let me just get it on. Have it heating in the meantime. I'm going to put a little bit of water in there. I like to boil it with some bone broth to increase our protein here. So I use chicken bone broth for making the rice. Some crab legs cooking. Give the seafood Saturdays. Keep that heating up while we have our fish going. So let's heat up the oil. We don't want to burn it. We just want it to be very, very hot. We do a little bit of olive oil. While this is cooking, we're going to go outside and check on our potatoes, see how they're going. They've been growing very, very well. Since most of our seasonings are in our veggies, we're just our flavor is coming from our veggies. We're putting a little bit of black pepper. There's a lot of black pepper. A little bit of pimento, that black pepper. Getting it in there. We have our thyme. That's already there. We have our mustard grease where we're going to get a lot of our flavor from. That's where most of our flavor and seasoning is coming from. Those straight vegetables, when grown at home, the flavor is a lot stronger. So I do a lot less seasoning than I would if I was buying the pieces outside. So the time I'm gonna be squeezing on, cleaning it in the pan. But right now I'm gonna skim down to get that nice sear. So that's what I'm looking for here. Yep, it's ready. So you want that nice sear on the skin. After I get that sear, then I add the flavoring. You get that nice sizzle. All right, so now let's add our Chinese. Most of the seasoning is going to be in our puree. Add some more thyme in there to get that flavor. Smells so good, you only have to. Yeah, a lot of sizzle. Now that the pan is on, it doesn't have to be so high to turn down turn it down, it doesn't have to be on high. But I just wanted to get that very good sizzle. Let's chop up our mustard and Swiss chard, since they are flavorful veggies that add a lot of kick. We're going to put them in just to kind of cook down with the salmon and add flavor. We're putting a lot of the flavor in there. We're going to add some of our garlic chives as well. With an extra flavor. Once I turn it over, I usually put it on the meat so that the flavor can soak in as it's cooking. I turn the stove down. It's taking a little while to cool down, but we just let it cook in the meantime. So we're cooking down our veggies. All right, has our stuff started boiling? No. Okay. Let's check our fish. That's what it's all about. Oh, we did it. Oh, we did it bad. It's separated. Where's my fish spatula? I should use the spatula. It's separated. And my skin's separated. Alright, so there we go for the turnover. You got the skin over here. You see it separated when I was moving it. So now we let this cook down on a lower temperature. You let it cook down and let the flavor soak in. In the meantime, while that's going, let's check on our broth. Our broth is still boiling. I mean, it didn't start boiling yet. So let's work on making our puree. See all our flavors in here. It's going to be a very, very strong flavored puree. I'm going to add a little bit of oil in there to help get things going. Matter of fact, I'm going to do these over here. And we're going to puree these vegetables, put them down, and I'm putting them down raw because it gives extra flavor. And then we'll just cook them after. We heat them up after. Add some water to this. Puree our veggies. Get them browned up. I think I might heat them up a little bit first to get them browned up. All right, it smells very good here. Let's turn over our other fish piece. Right. That's a good piece. This is a good sear. So we got good light golden brown sear on our fish. And we're going to put these here. Now with the seasoning from our fish, we're going to get these and make our puree. Same pot. I'm just going to heat up some of our veggies to make it a little easier to ground them up. So they're just going in here to get some heat. Then we'll put them back in the bowl to make it a little easier. We're just going to take it down just a little. I don't want it to lose too much nutrients or flavor, so I'm just going to put it in here just for a short time to make it a little easier on the mixer. Let's see how our thing is. Oh, our stove is off. Our stove is on. Can you bring this here? It's on. I'm boiling rice. Just make it quicker. to get our rice here boiling. And we're just really quickly trying to get this down. Just to make it a little easier when we're browning it up. Just cook it down a little. And get some extra flavor in there. Now let's put this in our cup and get our sauce made. Back in our bowl for now, and then we're going to make our sauce. There we go. So this one is on low. We're going to have it just cook slowly, and while we wait for our stuff to boil. I'm going to put this on low and let it cook for a little while. While we work on our sauce. I'm going to put some of it in here to make it a little easier to see. There we go. Excellent. So you got some down. Let's get some more in. And then we're going to put some avocado in here. See how we make our sauce here. That's the team. The team is enjoying themselves some fun. So we got it ground up. And we're going to add something to get it more emulsified. We're going to add a little bit of potato in here. So we have a piece of, you know what, all this time I haven't had a fork. Piece of our boiled potato. This is potato, right? Yeah, we got boiled potato, and we're going to also add in some avocado. Whoa, I don't know what happened to our avocado. Oh, here it is. I'm going to add in some hummus and some avocado into our puree for the extra creaminess. Oh, there goes our bone broth is boiling and is ready for the rice. Let me get the avocado here. Let's add our rice in. So we have a half cup of rice. Just add it into our bone broth. Gonna mix it in here. Do a quick stir and turn it down so it can boil. So back to we're making our emulsified sauce. There we go. That might be a little too. want it to be a smooth, very smooth texture. So we're not making juice per se, but we would like it to be a little juice looking. There we go. All right. So we got our puree to go on our plate with our salmon. Okay, so let me take this off. There we go. Oh, we also have shrimp here. I forgot that we were making shrimp. So I have the shrimp defrosted and deveined already. I'm just going to put it in here with our food. Smells really nice. All right, let's get our seasoning on our shrimp. Oh, you guys aren't seeing it. And get our seasoning on our shrimp. Sorry, yeah, add a little more seasoning to our shrimp here. We have some roasted garlic seasoning and pimento seasoning, and that's going to be eaten with our sauce. Oh, you got to turn it back up now. So right now I'm going to take the salmon out. Start looking at getting our plate together. I like chopped salads because they're easy to eat. When you have vegetables that are little, they usually are cooked, and when you're eating them raw, I like to chop them. So in the meantime, while the shrimp is cooking, we are going to put together, get our salad. So of course, I like chopping them very finely, but this is a good size for good bites. I also eat this. I try to get every bit of fiber. No fiber wasted. I like chopped salads the most. I feel like you can get the flavor fully mixed in. And sometimes I like to add a little bit of sweetness to the salad. This is my seasoning leaf. So I like to mix it. I always like to mix in the mustard green in there to get that kick. And of course, when we eat our puree, it's gonna have a lot of kick. So we're just chopping up. This one is chopped enough already. It doesn't really need too much chopping. The regular lettuce, however, things like Swiss chard, which a lot of times we cook, we chop those up. So let's get our Swiss chard sliced up. And then we're going to plate this. I'm going to turn up the shrimp. All right, here we go. Take this out. Let us make our salad area. This section, our greens. I usually mix it in a bowl and then take out some salad. Okay, so we have our salad. We're going to leave this salad for another day, another portion. Let's get some of the peppers in here. Again, I also like to eat them, get the full flavor. So I like them raw, the full flavor and some color. We don't have any tomatoes that are fully ripe right now. So all of our tomatoes are, I think I saw some ripe ones the other day. Let me go check and see. Because I didn't see them this morning. Today when we were harvesting. Let's see if we have some tomatoes for our salad. Let's go. Sometimes the tomatoes grow behind the plant. So yeah, there we go. I knew I had some tomatoes. So let's get some tomatoes for the salad part. of our meal. And tomatoes grow back here sometimes. They grow through and behind the garden. There's a bunch of them living their best life back here. Let's get these tomatoes. There we go. Boom, there's another one in there, but this is enough for our salad for today. I only pick for the day. So we got ourselves a few tomatoes to add to our salad, our meal. Let's go back on here. Put you guys back up. There we go. All right, so we're gonna add some tomatoes to our salad. And there's the salad portion of our meal. Let's move this out of the way. Then we're gonna have our, this is going really quick. Here's our spatula. There it is. We're using things in the kitchen. We're gonna add some of our sauce, our flavoring. We don't need a spatula for this, we need a teaspoon. To lay our avocado. I like to do it thick, so I get good food. I like to actually taste it. I don't. So I like to put a thick section on. There we go, our avocado. Let's put a piece of our fish on. Right here. It's ready. This is live, real-time cooking. I don't have to have the veggies on there. You know, I like them, but I like the flavor to soak in and so you give it a nice flavor. And our rice. Oh, our shrimp. Our shrimp has been cooking. Our shrimp is ready to go. Everything's here coming together. Let me get a spoon. That's my spray spoon. Get some shrimp in here. And let's get see what's going on in our rice. It just went in, so we probably have a few more minutes. This little space here is for the rice. I do mix it from time to time, make sure it's not sticking. Here is a metal spoon. Not supposed to use a metal spoon, but you can in this pot because this is both non-stick and cast iron in one. Excellent. So here we go. So here's our meal under the light for now. Usually, I take the time while the rice is cooking to do some cleanup. So let's put some things away while we wait for our rice. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go check on our potatoes. Let me just put these things away really quickly. Sure. Plug our mixer. I'm going to cover this and we're going to go check on our potatoes and see how our potato plants are doing. So this is our lunch so far. All we're missing is our forbidden black rice. Let me cover this. Oh, and then let me go get, we're going to cover this here. Let's go check on our potatoes. Actually, we need the whole stick. Because our potatoes have been growing. This is easy farm to, what is this? Garden to table, garden to stove today. All right, so as you can see, these potatoes are growing good. They're growing completely out. I'm like, wow, they're doing so excellent. Our mustard is doing good. We have our what's that? That's our regular mustard green, but we have our other romaine. That's what it is. Romaine doing pretty good in here. All right, so our plants, we have everyone thriving here. I try to rotate them, so sticker forward. I rotate them quite often. Mayo's mowing the grass. So no, you can't go out there because he's cutting the grass. Here we go. We have that's our team is going out. Our basil is bolting, but we will remedy that. Just walk back in, please. We have our we have our other items growing. We have radishes. All right, let's go check out our potatoes.
Your father's calling you.
Yeah, because she just snuck out. Pass me that bag right there, Mayo. The yellow one. Thank you. All right, so I know we have to soil up our potatoes. So week 1, our potatoes, we soiled up last week, and we have to do it again. We have to mound them again. Wow, it's growing really quickly. This is really good. These are our garlics. They're still growing here, and then this one we planted our seeds of our potatoes all at once. All right, so let's soil up these really quickly while we wait for our rice to cook inside. So let's put this down here. And let's get this plant soiled up. Some people call it mounding up as well. What you do is you add additional soil to the potato. Sometimes I add additional fertilizer. I did that last week. Time is going by so quickly. This is another reason why people don't do this, because it happens so fast. This is only last Saturday, this Saturday. And we planted these seeds a few Saturdays before, but it happened so fast. We just add our soil, kind of bury it all the way to the top. We're all the way up here, all the way to the edge. And here we go. Yes, Addie? Let's build this up there. I'm not blocking you guys. There we go. All right. We got all our soil in. So, we got the pieces that are showing, growing through. And this is it. This is as much as we're gonna be growing them in. We have our 2 types of potatoes in here. We're gonna, I was gonna add water, but usually I add water. However, it's gonna rain any minute now. That's why we're not doing too much outside. So this is how our potatoes are doing. And then these are growing through. We're not doing this method. So we'll see at the end of the year, at the end of the season, which ones come out better. These are both indeterminate potatoes. All right, let's get back in. All right, come on. Ow. This is here we go. Celine, your dad's calling you. These are our plants growing here. Let's see if we have anything else going on. We also have these. Oh, wow, we have some seedlings starting. Oh, there's too much moisture. We have broccoli and we have cabbage growing. So I'm going to leave them out, leave them open, because they look like they're growing some fuzzies. So we just leave them open. And this one we're going to have to pot up very soon. These are our seedlings that we transplanted. They're thriving out here. So we got a lot of plants thriving outside. Hopefully our rice should be ready now. Let's go inside and check. If not, I'm gonna have to send you guys a picture of our rice once it's done. The thumbnail would be the picture of the completed plate with the rice. All right, let's go back in. So let's see, is it finished yet? First, we were outside mounding up potatoes. So let me just get my hand clean. Can't go from in here, from mounding potatoes straight to checking on rice. So of course we gotta do the clean thing. Here's our other one. We got regular soap here. These are all containers I'm going to be using to do some garden in the future, but I don't usually throw away plastic containers. I use them to use seedlings and start mostly start seedlings or as pots to move around based on the temperature. All right, so let's check on our rice here. See how our rice is doing. Hope our rice is still on this journey. All right, so I'm gonna have to show you guys the rice in the. I'm not gonna hold you any longer. Here is our plate as it is, and I will add the rice to the thumbnail. But in the meantime, let's taste it and see how it tastes. This is the whole purpose of cooking good food, is so it tastes nice. So let's get our taste on. Let's get our pork on and our taste on. And bless God for this food. Let's see how it tastes. Oops. Let me. Up here is the main part. Right from our garden to our table. I'm gonna have to switch you guys over to my side so you can see me taste it. Let's see how it tastes. Very full of flavor. Very good. I go back for some more salad. All right, so I will send you guys the picture with the rice and give you a feedback of the rice. Thank you very much for joining. Remember, I've been Angeline. Stay green always. I keep you updated on the plants. Don't forget to like and subscribe for updates on our garden and our eating. And we're doing gardening here, hydroponics, in-ground, fruit trees, indoor and outdoor. I'll see you guys next time. Stay green always.